What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Hardy's Travel Agency. It just keeps going, folks. And so we're here with a whole new crew for another adventure, possibly rescue mission. And so we're going to jump over to our crew and let's go around the table and introduce each other, talk about who you are and introduce your character. Let's start with Lenny.
My character is Lenny. I'm an elf and I am a thief. I grew up, I was found by a soldier when I was a child and grew up with him in his land. He brought me to another place, but I was different, and so I wanted to find more, and I just continued on.
Okay. Alicia, go ahead and introduce your character.
Alicia is an elf mage. She grew up with a human family. When she discovered that she wasn't actually a human child, she decided to set out in search of her real family to discover where she came from.
Okay, that's cool. We got some cool backstories here. Blixie, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
I am Blixie. I am a halfling elf, and I come from a family of entertainers, but I have absolutely no coordination and no ability to sing, so I am off in search of the world and to see what I can find.
You know, you don't have to be, you could be other form of entertainer.
I have no coordination, I can't dance, I can't.
You could just be working with the crew. You could be management of the crew.
No, I don't like my family. I want to go on adventures.
That's fun as well. We like adventures.
Yeah.
Clara, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Sure. I'm an elf mage, and I don't remember much from university. I spent a lot of time socializing and partying and making friends with other people, but in a very superficial kind of way. I like to know all the people, but not anyone really deeply. I like collecting shiny things. I don't really talk about my family. You can kind of tell that I was raised in a somewhat privileged lifestyle, but I try to not talk about it at all. I'll change the subject. And if I can not reach out to my family, then I won't. And I like traveling and seeing more shiny things.
Shiny things. Well, yeah. It's a good thing that today's adventure has something to do with shiny things. And I'm
excited about meeting pirates.
Let's get spoilers. We haven't gotten started yet. Sorry, folks.
I don't know anything.
There's gonna be a cut there, and it's just gonna be like the beep cutaway.
I'm excited about beeps.
Yeah. All right. So you've introduced yourselves, and so here is how things are going to start. You have received a letter from an individual requesting adventurers to meet at the Tavern of Lightheart, located in Topaz Bay. And if you haven't received that letter, you might have seen it posted on a quest board requesting adventurers to assist in an adventure. Or maybe you found a piece of just debris rolling across the ground that you picked up and opened, and it was, work for hire. And at the bottom of this work for hire, it says that you'll be compensated heartily. And there's a little paw print next to it with the signature that says Hardy. And so you have traveled your way to this location of Topaz Bay. And as you arrive, you see that it is kind of a quiet town. People aren't really outside. It's the middle of the day. It's a nice sunny day. It's, you know, you've got nice weather. There are plenty of boats down at the docks, but there's not a lot of people outside. And that's kind of interesting for a town of this size to not see any people, almost like eerie in a way that this is a little odd. But as you arrive at the tavern, and each one of you will arrive separately, and we'll go ahead and let's get started with Lenny again. Lenny, as you arrive to this tavern called Lightheart, you see that the sign there is kind of waving back and forth. It says the name Lightheart on it. What do you do?
I think that I'm just gonna kind of walk in, but I'm not gonna go up to the bar or anything. I'm just gonna step inside and like step back to kind of look around to see what the situation is, what's going on.
Inside the tavern?
Inside the tavern, yes.
As soon as you open the door, we cut away to somebody else. Hang on real quick. Clara, as you arrive in town, you see everything that I had described. There's not a lot of people. There's hardly anybody outside. And you see that there's a sign on the tavern door. What do? You also would have just seen as somebody else walked inside.
What does the sign say?
You're looking at the sign?
Yeah.
Give me a vigilance check. I'm sorry, give me an investigation check.
Okay. And that's rolling the 20 dice?
That's correct. Roll a 20, and then for every check on your character sheet, that counts as 1.
So I have 13 plus 3, so 16.
16. So, Clara, as you approach and you look up at the sign that's waving, you notice very, very faintly underneath where it says Lightheart, there's another name that's kind of scratched out of the sign.
What did I just do?
And it very faintly says Brains.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
And it looks like the title Lightheart is scratched in on top of what used to say Brains.
I have very fuzzy memories of going to a frat party sponsored by Brands, so I'm mildly excited about what might happen in here, and I'm gonna go inside.
Okay, you go inside. Alicia, you arrive to this town of Topaz Bay. You see everything that I had described. Not a lot of people moving around, but it's a nice sunny day. What do you do as you approach this tavern?
Is anybody outside?
There's like a couple of people walking by, but really not many. And this is like typically a pretty busy town. And right now there just seems to be no one out.
Okay, I want to go up to one of them and ask, hey, what's going on here? Why is it so quiet?
Do I know you?
No, I'm Alicia. Who are you?
Oh, I'm not really interested in giving away my name, but you look like you're from out of town, aren't you?
Yeah, I travel.
And the man is just gonna like kind of turn and walk away. I don't want any trouble. I've had enough. There's so many adventurers coming through here, causing so much trouble, and he just kind of walks away.
Okay.
What else do you do?
I'll go into the tavern.
Okay. Blixie, you would have just seen as there is that kind of interaction there between Alicia and that man who was walking by and then kind of stormed away. And as he started walking away, he starts walking faster, very concerned. What do you do as you approach this tavern?
Can I peek in the windows?
You can peek in the windows.
I'd like to peek in the windows and just kind of assess the situation on the inside, given the situation on the outside.
As you peek in the inside, you see that there's no one there.
It's an empty tavern?
It's kind of an empty tavern, but then you're going to, as you look around, you'll see that there seems to be a man sitting at the bar, and there's a little black cat sitting on top of the bar next to him.
I slowly walk in the door and approach the cat.
As you all enter inside, you will see what I just said, that there is a man sitting at the bar and the little black cat sitting there as well. And as you all enter inside, the little black cat, you'll overhear saying, Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the adventurers. They're going to come in. They, sign the paperwork. They're going to work for me. And then you take them on the ship and go and rescue. Oh gosh, what is his name? Oh no, it's something like Orcish. He's got an Orcish name, but because I don't remember, let's just call him Dennis, okay? I need you to go rescue Dennis and then bring him back here. The adventurers will take it. Oh, hello, everyone! As the little cat turns and sees you, come in. We've been waiting for hours for you to show up. What do you do?
Hi.
Lenny's just gonna kind of hang back still. She doesn't know this talking cat. Why is it talking? She's never seen it before. And so she's just gonna hang back and let everybody else move forward and figure out what is going on right now.
You look a little concerned.
You're a talking cat.
Am I the first talking cat you've ever seen?
Yes.
Oh, that is true. It's not often you see a talking cat.
No.
But I saw a talking dog once, and he just would never shut up.
You talk a little too much.
Hardy doesn't know how to take that, if that is insult or compliment.
So your name is Hardy.
That is right. My name is Hardy.
So you put up the flyer.
Right, that is my flyer. Yes, looking for adventurers, work for hire. Will pay handsomely.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Great. The rest of you, yes?
Can I just order a pleasing beverage and kind of slide off to the side just to listen?
Well, you see, that would be great, except the bartender, who is my buddy, my friend, Dennis, is not available right now. He's kind of stranded, and that is what the job for you today is to go help bring him back.
If I bring him back, I get something to drink?
Of course.
Okay.
Wait, there isn't a pre-party before adventure?
That is different kind of adventuring party. This is
Oh.
rescue party.
Will we have a
It's
party
still a party
after we
though, right?
rescue?
Well, there could totally be party after
Okay.
rescue. I hear very
Okay.
much that there are people who in the town in eternity that they're establishing where the party will be.
Eternity.
Perfect.
So there's no party in the party of rescuing party. It's
I am
just
very confused by what you're saying.
we don't get the party till after?
You celebrate after a job is completed, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a party now. We were a party.
Everywhere I go is a party, okay? What is Alicia doing right now?
Alicia says, I don't need any more details. I'm in.
Good. That is great. Excellent. And you, as he gestures to Clara.
I like the word adventure. There's nothing else going on. Let's do this.
Great.
Yeah.
So is everybody on board?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right. Hey, it is time. You got to wake up now. And he's going to start hitting the guy that's sitting there on the bar who's a little asleep. This man is wearing incredibly tattered clothing, but it looks like sailor garb. And he very clearly has a tattoo on his arm that is a skull and crossbones. And as Hardy starts whacking at him, he's just going to look up and go, what do you want? We just had debriefing. You're going to take the party to go rescue Dennis. Oh, we have to go on an adventure now, huh?
This guy's supposed to help us?
That is what we're going to do. Yes, follow me. I will lead the adventure. And he's going to get up and just start walking and immediately begin stumbling around until he reaches the door. Look, here's what I would say. Okay, well, it's the sea legs, okay? He's just got his sea legs and probably a drinking problem. But that's fine because you don't need to be licensed or anything to drive a ship.
Is it okay if I vape on this adventure? I feel like I need to just bring some chillness into what's happening here.
I take no responsibility. Hardy and Co takes no responsibility for you vaping if you decide to start vaping.
Okay.
Oh
Thanks.
no.
It's CBD, I promise.
Oh, for the love of God.
This adventure's taking a good turn.
Okay, so the pirate man here is actually crap, I did not get his name either. But it's fine. You could talk to him on your way there. He'll take care of you. At this point, the guy is stumbling out the door and will leave. I turn it over to you guys as you're all in this tavern. There's freedom for you for you to do things. What would you like to do?
Do they have a dartboard?
There is a dartboard.
Does Hardy get in the way?
Hardy's still sitting on the top of the bar.
Can he throw darts?
Can Hardy
Make
throw
it interesting.
darts?
Yeah.
Are you asking him that?
Yeah.
You challenging Hardy to
Because
a
if Hardy
dart?
could throw darts,
What exactly are you asking him?
well, we could work on some arrangements of if we could beat him in a game of darts, we could get stuff off of him. Hardy credits, I heard.
So you want to challenge Hardy, who doesn't have thumbs, to dart throwing competition?
You can
Sounds like a
smart.
pretty positive game to me.
On the basis of getting more Hardy credits?
Possibly.
You know what?
Hey,
That sounds like a
Alexa.
good deal. I like that. That sounds like a fun adventure. Let's do it. Okay. How do we do this? And he's just gonna walk over to the edge of the bar where the dartboard is.
Well, somehow you have to pick up the dart and get it as close to the center of that board there as possible. Whoever gets the closest has to give somebody 100 Hardy credits.
100 Hardy credits. And my name is Hardy. I want those credits. You have a deal. Let's play.
Okay.
Hardy's gonna go and like try to pick up a dart with his paws. It's not gonna work very well. Every time he goes to scoop it up, it just kind of drops. Hey you over there, and he calls to Alicia. Could you throw this dart for me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you very much.
So Alicia picks it up and throws it at the dartboard.
Okay, give me a athletics audit.
All right. 17.
Okay. Boom. It's a very good throw. Very close to the center, but not a full bullseye.
Suddenly I'm a little nervous.
Okay, it is your turn now. 100 Hardy credits.
Wait, are you gonna split these with me?
What? We didn't have a deal like that.
Yeah, but I threw the dart.
I mean, sure. You want the semantics? It's fine.
Well, if she threw the dart, she gets the credits.
75, 50, 75, 25? 75 to me.
I am not very good at quick math, so I'm just going to say yes.
Okay.
Blixie, go ahead. Give me an athletics audit.
19 plus 2? 3. No, 1. 1. 19 plus 1. I got 20.
20. That is a bullseye. Okay. Alicia, it seems like you now owe me credits too, since we lost that one. That is just fair is fair. Okay.
We didn't agree to that.
So, Blixie, I will take the full 100 Hardy credits that you owe me. Okay, we'll call evens is even. Even Stevens is.
Is
Wait a
it
minute, how do I
all
owe
of
you
us
if I
against
win?
you?
It was heads I win, tails you lose.
What?
Heads I win, tails you lose.
But I got
The only one with a tail.
I have a tail, yes.
Yeah. So you lose.
No, it's tails you lose.
But if I'm the one saying it,
Give me an empathize audit.
5 plus 7.
He's gonna stop for a second and just deadpan looking at you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back.
Are you also a cat?
Maybe.
Do you have a tail?
No. Absolutely not.
Oh. Okay, I have a tail.
Yes. So
Okay,
tails
well,
you lose.
no, I thought it was tails you lose, like
No.
like how the
no.
darts
If
hit the
you have a
board.
tail, you
It's
lose.
just like we flipping coins now, right?
No.
For they're hardly credits. We flip them.
Yeah. So we flip the coin. And tails you lose. And since you have a tail.
I feel like I've been put into a conundrum here, and I'm very scared for how it's going to go. So here's what I'm going to say. Okay, we call it Even Stevens. We talk after adventure is done. In the meantime, why don't you go and meet up with Pirate Steve down there, and let's get the go rescue Dennis.
Oh, Dennis.
Do you think Pirate Steve can find his way to the pirate ship?
Pirate Steve is probably already on his ship. He is a genius when it comes to this driving of ships.
Driving.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Lenny's gonna just walk out the door.
You best watch out. She plays mind games on you. Watch out. What is Clara doing right now?
I'm just kind of glum that there's no party happening, and I heard something about orcs, and I don't really like hanging out with orcs. So I'm gonna ask Hardy once he's done with this betting. So who's this Dennis person?
Well, Dennis is my main man. He's my number one guy. He is like the go-to fella, and he's the bartender.
I'm gonna use my telekinesis to make myself a drink.
Hardy is going to be fascinated watching you do that.
Okay.
Oh my, are you actually bartender too?
You're not seeing any of this. This isn't happening, Hardy. I'm not drinking this drink, and I'm gonna drink my drink.
Roll for
just...
deception. Give me a deceive. Oh my gosh. This game is like Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss, the Hardy edition.
I got a 14.
Oh my god. It's like, I swear to gosh, Dennis leaves for 5 seconds and I have no idea what is going on.
Is Dennis an orc?
Yes, Dennis is an orc.
I'm gonna finish my drink off and just glumly.
But he's a friendly orc.
Wander off.
He's a nice guy.
As long as there's a party, Hardy. As long as there's a
party.
party.
Hardy. That sounds like subtitled for upcoming season 2.
I hope someone fills me in on who Dennis is.
Alicia, what are you doing at this point? Since Clara, I'm assuming you left?
Yep.
Okay, so the two of you have left.
I am going to run after Lenny and strike up a conversation. Hey Lenny, where are you from?
Oh, not sure. I'm trying to figure that out. But I grew up here.
You grew up here?
Well,
Here?
I was no, not here. But in this realm, land, area, place.
Do you know your elf family?
No.
Oh, me either.
I was adopted by a soldier who found me.
I was adopted by humans.
Oh no.
They were mean.
I'm so sorry. Lenny will just like pat her on the shoulder because like she'll empathize with her and understand, but she's like kind of separated from her feelings just because of life.
Okay. Clara, you would be nearby. You would hear this conversation.
I'm watching, and I'm really glad no one's asking me anything about my family, and I'm just gonna listen.
before you guys get too far, Blixie, you are still inside the tavern, and what are you doing? Blixie, can you hear me?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, technical difficulties. I apologize.
Hey, it happens.
All right, what was the question, please?
Are you following the team?
Yes.
Okay, so the team is all together. You guys are heading outside into Topaz Bay. And as you step outside, you'll see that there are now a series of people kind of moving in a group on the far end of town towards your general direction. What do you all do?
I start asking if anyone else is noticing that they're following us.
Is that a mob? Are we being ran out of? You guys. Lenny's gonna like step back, but kind of move closer, but be close to the buildings, hoping that she's not seen because she's a thief, but she's not good at it. She learns some things, but she still kind of rushes in and doesn't pay attention.
Okay. Is anybody looking at the group? At
Yeah,
the
I'm
mob
I am
group?
as I walk around
Right.
our group to get behind everyone.
Everybody give me a vigilance audit.
It's not good.
That's
Ooh,
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Perfect. 2.
I got a 3.
Okay.
I
So-
got a 6.
Okay, so all of you just see the crowd of people, but Alicia, you're going to notice that they are holding pitchforks. And on their shirts, they all have something written on their shirts. But more importantly, some of them are holding signs. They're holding picket signs that says "No more outside adventurers."
Hey,
Would that
hey,
be
y'all.
us?
I think we should get to the
Are those
ship
welcome
now.
signs?
Yeah,
This is a party, Clara.
No,
I'm
I don't
thinking
think it's a
that
party.
we are them. We need to leave.
Yeah,
No, the party is not till later. Whatever this is not the party, and it's a trap.
Hmm.
It's a trap.
You don't want to be early for the party. You want to be late, and we're like 16 hours early. So no.
You start hearing like low rumbling chanting, "No more adventurers! No more adventurers!"
Yeah, this sounds like an anti-party. Let's get to that boat. We can have our own fun over there.
And
Lucia
you
starts running towards the boat.
Lenny turns around and follows Alicia.
I'm gonna do a hair flick and just calmly walk in that direction.
Yeah, all of you guys will start making your way down towards the docks, and you'll see that there is very much like regular transport ships. They look like they're in great condition. They look like they're being helmed and maintained by many people. And then as you look at toward the end of the dock, you see a very, very kind of dinked up ship that's black, painted black, has a lot of cannonball holes in it. The mast itself has a lot of holes in it. Looks like it's been burned in some places. And you
are
see...
we talking cheese holes, or are we talking a few along the side of the ship holes?
we're
Is this-
talking holes all over the ship.
Like, stop blowing holes in my ship.
Like, stop
hole.
blowing holes in my ship.
Okay.
And on top of the deck, you see Captain Steve the pirate, who's sitting there on the helm, who looks down and says, "Arr, now board the ship," who seems to have regained some kind of consciousness, calls out to you to board the ship.
This
What
looks
do you
like
do?
fun.
Mhm.
Alicia goes straight up to board the ship.
Okay.
No hesitation.
Clara's gonna take a deep puff of her vape, shake her head, and go, "This party better be worth it," and go on the boat.
Okay.
I guess we're going on the boat, folks.
You all board the ship. And then Captain Steve will take off and you will begin sailing.
But before we begin sailing, can I take a look back at the group of people with their chanting? I'm not
Yeah.
sure if I saw their signs and pitchforks at this point.
Yes, give me a vigilance check for anyone that's looking back at the crew, at that angry mob.
I've got a 16.
Got a 10. I've got double digits.
Nice. Both of you will see as the mob doesn't go towards you. They don't turn and come down the street to your direction. Instead, they go over to the tavern and start banging on the door.
Oh,
You're early. I'm going to call out.
As you guys sail away, your early echoes through the town.
Can I look around skeptically at these holes?
Yeah, they are very big holes. Give me an investigation audit.
5?
Yeah, you don't know what made those holes, but something very big.
I'm also gonna look around and see if these holes are gonna end up in us sinking or if we actually can make it somewhere.
Sure. Give me an investigation.
12.
12. As you look around, you can tell that the holes aren't breaching the hull of the ship. They're just across the top of it. So it's not enough for sinking to happen here.
So it's structurally sound.
So it's structurally okay, but you're very vulnerable.
Are the sails going to get us anywhere with the holes?
The sails are getting you places. You are moving.
Okay.
Just kind of waving back and forth. You're not really just following a steady course. You're definitely like swerving around a bit.
Okay.
What's the name of the captain again?
Oh, well,
Or did he introduce himself?
he didn't introduce himself. Hardy called him
Oh.
Steve.
Steve, okay. So I'm going to saunter up to him and say, hey, Steve. And I'm going to investigate how he's operating this boat.
Okay. Give me an investigation.
I've got a 21.
21. Okay. So as you approach, you see that on the mast, on the helm here, it's very much damaged in a lot of places. And as you look around just by him, there's a lot of blood around on top of the ship. So like these kind of blood stains that haven't been fully scrubbed out, which kind of seems a little odd. And what exactly are you asking him?
Where has this boat been in the last, I don't know, its last journey?
You see, well, I inherited it
From who?
from a bunch of outworlders. See, Pirate Roberts didn't have a ship, and now Pirate Roberts is captain of a ship.
Do you like going by Captain Roberts or Steve?
My name is Captain Roberts.
Okay, Captain Roberts.
I don't know a Steve.
Do you know a Hardy?
I know a little black cat named Hardy, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take another puff of my vape and be like, how long till we get to Dennis?
Well, we're sailing to the Dreadlands. He told you that, right?
No.
We're going to the Dreadlands.
Should we be prepared for anything?
Ye should be prepared for much. The Dreadlands are not safe.
I'm trying to remember anything from any party I went to that someone brought this up, and I can't.
Give me
this term. Yeah?
Give me a history audit.
Okay.
With my investigating,
I got a 4.
You've never heard of the Dreadlands.
No.
Yes, Lenny.
am I close enough to hear any of this since I'm like checking over the ship still to make sure that it's...
Yeah, you would all hear this conversation. They're not hiding it, and the ship isn't super big.
Can I like see if I know anything about these Dreadlands?
Yeah, give me a history.
2 again.
Unfortunately, you don't know. You've heard the name. You both of you might have heard the name the Dreadlands, but you don't know what's there.
And it sounds like a punk rock band.
So are you the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Perhaps I is the Dread Pirate Roberts. That is where I found me ship, and there was a bunch of walking corpses in the air.
Wait. Party didn't tell us about
By
corpses.
any chance, can we start investigating the rest of the ship?
You can start going around looking around the ship, sure.
Can I start venturing downstairs?
You can
Below
certainly,
decks?
yeah, you could go downstairs. As you go downstairs, give me a vigilance as you go downstairs. And what is Alicia doing right now?
Alicia is looking out to see towards where they're going.
Okay.
This can't possibly be good. I have a 13.
As you get downstairs and you look around, you'll see that it is over. All of the supplies and everything here has been completely overturned. It is just a disaster mess, but it's all still, there are still things here. But what you see is on the far end of the ship from where you're standing, on the farther end, looks like there is a body laying on the ground.
Okay, is it resemble that it's alive, or does it look dead from afar?
It very much looks dead. Do you approach or anything?
Yes, I approach.
As you approach, you begin to see that this doesn't look human or elven or halfling. It looks like something of a pig person.
Okay. As I contemplate recipes,
Oh God. Another one eats the pig people.
hey, bacon's bacon, it's expensive. Do I search the pig person for anything?
You could try.
Could I like pick up a stick or something nearby and kind of like prod it a little to see if anything falls out?
Yeah, as you poke the pig, nothing happens. It's dead.
Well, then they're dead.
If you try to move, it's there as you like mess with it with a stick, really nothing happens other than you see the pig person there who's dead.
Can I investigate the other things that are in the room?
Yes, but real quick, I want to jump over back to Alicia. Alicia, as you're looking ahead, you're looking towards the distance where you're sailing to. Go ahead and give me a vigilance check as well.
14.
14. Off in the distance, you see what looks like islands. They're not too far away. It's what you're sailing towards. Maybe like another 20 minutes before you can dock, 30 at the max, but you could see it off in the distance. And the reason you could see it is because there's these mountains attached to it that travel high up into the sky. And so it takes up basically up the skyline. But what you notice is that everything looks very dark. And that the closer you sail and get to it, the darker the sky becomes. There's no sunlight where you're sailing to. And so it almost feels like there's a storm coming, but it's just how dense the clouds are that it's blocking out the sun.
Am I seeing this too?
You would all be noticing this, that if you're on the top deck, that the further in you sail, the darker it becomes.
I'm gonna turn to Alicia and say, it sounds like you've done quite a bit of traveling. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, not like this. This is a little creepy. I am going to go up to Captain Roberts and ask him, hey, what happened to this Dennis fellow besides being in these dark lands?
Ah, yes, well, Dennis. Although I don't know if that is his real name. Dennis was working for Hardy the Cat. and was sent out here to find something of treasure.
What kind of treasure?
Treasure.
Vague, but okay.
And then that is when the bonies arrived, and I decided to leave.
So you just left Dennis.
That's right. I left to go get help.
Mm.
How do we know you're not going to abandon us?
Good question. Well, what is
If
it?
I see 10 Hardy credits, will you stick around?
Give me a persuade. he's
17.
puzzled.
I changed my die. I rolled a 17.
There you go. 17. He's
10 whole Hardy credits?
Persuade. I have plus 1. So 18.
18.
One check.
10 whole Hardy credits?
10.
You've got yourself a deal.
Thanks, Captain Roberts. I'm glad you're going to stick around.
Yeah.
Shake on it.
And he's gonna hold out his hook.
I'm going to look at the hook apprehensively, but then I will grab it and shake it.
Have you never shaken hands with a hook?
No.
It's like a pinky promise. Just use the pinky.
Oh, okay. Oh, like pinky.
If you don't mind me asking, Captain Roberts, how did you lose your hand?
Oh, it was an unfortunate accident in the kitchen. It got stuck in a blender.
Yeah.
I have questions, but I'm not sure I want answers.
I was a chef at one point before I became Pirate Roberts.
Just chef to piracy.
That's right. The logical conclusion.
Did you at least get some margaritas before you did that?
Perhaps too much.
Gotcha. Gotta be careful. Speaking of margaritas, do you have anything on this boat?
This is a
Give me a empathize check,
Okay.
because he's got like immediately like becoming like protective.
I got a 4.
there'll be nothing on this ship.
I'm gonna take another deep vape, and I'm gonna go downstairs to check out what Blixie's looking at.
Yeah, so Clara goes downstairs. Blixie, as you're down there, are you still messing with the Borgo, or
No, I'm digging around through things, moving around, kicking them around out what's down there, looking at what supplies are still available.
okay? Give me a if you're looking around, looking through things, give me an investigation.
19.
19. As you look around, you'll see that in the corner there seems to be a little box that hasn't been tampered with.
Ooh, I like boxes.
Clara is also downstairs, so you would see each other.
Well, hello, Clara. Come check this box out that I found.
Yeah,
Should we open it?
we should, but just a heads up. The man upstairs says there's no alcohol.
So says he. Let's see what we find.
Let's check it out.
You open up the chest here, which isn't locked, and find that there are bottles of rum inside.
Well then.
The rum is not gone.
So, do we want to share this or shall we drink it all now?
I feel we should share with our companions. Maybe not Captain Rob. He's
Yeah,
steering
no.
the ship.
Is there
Let's
anything
take
else?
it up top and share with our party goers.
Is there anything else in the box?
It's just rum and like a bottle opener. Do you take it all upstairs?
I think we should.
Let's do
And
it.
as much as we can carry, I don't know how much it's full of.
It's
I'm gonna
there's only a few. You could both carry them up.
Can I hide it in my robes?
Give me a
Not
security
the
audit.
sharing kind, are you?
18.
You successfully hide a bottle of rum in your robes.
I'm gonna be a little excited, but I'm trying to hold it in and go back upstairs.
Okay. These two come back upstairs. Where's Lenny right now?
I'm still by Captain Roberts.
Right.
Clara left to go find more things, and he just got done telling us there's no rum.
That is what he said as the other two come up. And what are the other two doing?
They're
Holding up.
Mr. Dread, Captain Roberts, sir. You said there was no rum. What is that? What are they carrying? It looks like-
I don't know what that be at all.
that looks like rum to me.
It looks like water to me.
I asked Blixie to check the bottles to make sure.
I used the bottle opener, obviously, to open one of the bottles, and it smells like and it tastes like rum.
It's definitely rum. And as it pops open, yeah, you get this stench of like, it smells just like rum.
Lenny's just gonna side eye him and just roll her eyes and walk away. Is there a cabin up top at all? Like a captain's cabin or anything like that?
Yes.
I'm gonna search for that. I'm gonna go to that. Is it locked?
It is open, and not only is it open, there is a gaping hole in the side door. So there's only one door, but it doesn't do anything because you can just walk in.
I'm gonna look around and just see if there's anything of value that I can use. Anything.
Okay, give me an investigation with Alicia on deck.
15.
And when I say on deck, I mean we're going to jump to you in a minute. So think about what you want to do. Should have been clear. What was that, 15?
Yeah.
15, as you start looking around, you see that this room is a trashed disaster. And as you're flipping through, you see a lot of the things and a lot of there's papers and maps and tools and such that don't look relevant or important or written by this man. So it looks like it would have been from some other people. But what you do see is that there is, as you open up one of the drawers to this captain's desk, you see that inside there is this pendant that looks like it's got a giant blue gem inside of it, and it's covered in like silver.
I'm taking it immediately.
You pocket it?
Yeah,
Okay.
instantly. It's mine.
Okay. Alicia,
Is there anywhere we haven't investigated on the ship yet?
you've pretty much covered all of the ship, and you guys are about to make dock at this point. You guys are getting very close to land.
Alicia looks at the darkness they're headed into one more time, and then goes up to Blixie and says, "Hey, can I have a swig of that?"
I more than happily share my bottles with you.
And I take a very, very long swig of that.
Team's gonna
As I
be
sit here and watch you.
intoxicated. You guys are all going to be having to just hold on as he's going to try and make dock here, but there is no dock to like fully dock on. What is there is kind of dilapidated and very old and very worn out, but he is going to pull into port, and let me see how well he does that. He actually does pretty well, all things considered. He actually is able to like steer well and kind of pivot the ship and just pull gently into port and drops the anchor. He says,
All right. You go out there and find Dennis.
And you're gonna wait for us, right?
Aye, for 10
Wait,
hardy
he's not coming.
credits.
You're not coming with us?
No, I stand guard upon the ship.
Hmm.
Not like we could take keys to the ship or something to make sure he doesn't leave.
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna make a gesture to Alicia. She can pass me that bottle of rum. And I'm gonna take a look at Captain Roberts in the eyes and go, "You're gonna still be here, right?"
And what exactly are you trying to portray?
I'm trying to portray, you see all of us? This is the best thing you got going for you.
Wait a minute, I'm curious as how you're phrasing that.
I'm not phrasing that, but I'm just making the, like, look, like, you better be here. There's going to be a party and we can introduce you to some other folks if this is not your type, but, like, there won't be a party if you don't pick us up. You better still be here.
Give me a persuade.
Persuade.
Not that he wasn't going to go
Oh, yeah, okay.
against. Not that he wasn't going against like the deal he
17.
made. It was just. I.
Okay. Okay.
And so you all disembark.
I'm
Okay,
the first one off
gonna
the
give
ship.
him one more,
you can give him one more. Got my
and
eye
then
on
pull
you.
my pinky up, like we pinky promise.
He just waves his hook. As you guys walk off of the ship, you see that there before you lies a very dense, a very thick wood. The air itself becomes very humid. It's not good. It's not the same as it was back in Topaz Bay. The air is thick and kind of hard to breathe. It is just a dark green brush all around you. And you hear inside the forest that there is the sound of movement, like things that are alive in here. Sound of moving creatures, the wind. And just as you're off the ship, Pirate Roberts leans over the side and says,
All right, you best be going in there. That's where the Dennis be.
pointing towards the tree line.
Dark is dark.
Can I use candlelight to?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
You can all use candlelight that have the ability for it, and all it is you cast a little candle that hovers over your hand, over your palm, and illuminates the area around you just a little bit more. It's like a little light. It's not a bright torch. It's just a little light.
I'm gonna cast that and head straight to the tree line without hesitation.
Okay.
I'm right behind you.
Before I follow them, I want to just see if I can see anything out in the distance of the tree line.
Beyond the tree line?
Towards the tree line?
Towards it. Yeah. There's nothing else around here. It just seems like everything's leading to that direction.
Okay, I'm going to follow them.
And I hang in the back and follow everybody.
Okay. You will all approach this tree line. And as you get there, you can kind of hear that there is something of commotion ahead. Not really commotion, but there's just noise. There's a lot of this noise coming from up ahead. And there is what looks like, a very narrow path leading down into this tree line. It's going downwards. What do you do?
Can we
I
push
go-
Claire down first?
Are you pushing Clara down first?
She's got CBD and everything else going on over there, so she's not gonna freak out if something happens.
No, I'm pretty chill right now.
Exactly.
Who is going down first? Is it Alicia?
I guess I'm getting pushed down. I'm
Fire is getting pushed
fine
down
with
first.
it.
You start
I gotta
walking.
protect the rum.
You start walking down this trail heading downwards into the forest. And it just becomes louder and louder and louder as there is clearly things living here, but they don't sound friendly. you get this very vague sensation like something is watching you. It feels like as you look beyond the trees that there is like eyes piercing through the trees looking at you. And as you get to the bottom of this trail going down, and the trail does continue ahead, but you've gone down a bit of a flight here. As you get down to the bottom, you see that there are footprints on the ground. And I assume all of you are still together. You see these footprints.
Totally.
What do you do?
I'm going to take a look at where they came from and where they're going.
So it looks like, actually, give me, everybody that's looking at this, give me investigation.
While she's looking at where they came from and where they went, I'm more looking at what kind of footprints they are.
Right.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
12.
It's an investigation, right?
Yes.
9.
12.
12. Okay.
I got
So-
a 12.
All of you are going to notice that it looks like coming down the pathway you guys were on already was another set of footprints. Looked a little large, very large foot that came down the trail you were going, and then seems like it continues. But conveniently enough, down here, you see that there are more footprints that start up in this area, and they seem to be much smaller and more sporadic. And they seem to also be going in the same direction that the original footprints are going in, following after.
Are they human?
You probably wouldn't be able to tell on that, though they do not look human. They look a little pointed.
Can we use our telekinesis to like rustle the bushes ahead of us to see if anything jumps out at us?
You can totally try that.
Okay, I would like try to use my telekinesis to rattle the bushes a little bit of like a couple squares ahead of us to find out what's in these bushes. Stop giggling, you're making me nervous.
Blixie starts rustling with these bushes, and all you're going to see is a little rabbit comes out that just turns and looks at you with, and then runs into another bush.
Okay, so we know it's safe to move forward. We think.
Safe.
You start moving forward.
I follow the footsteps.
Okay.
Same here.
As you start following the footsteps, you start to head kind of in this general direction, and you begin to hear screeches, faint screeches coming from up ahead. But it's very dark up ahead, so you can't fully see where you're going. And then eventually you just begin to hear the clashes of metal. Do you keep moving forward, or do you slow down?
I'm going to slow down.
Okay.
Might need to assess the situation before we go further.
Yeah.
How would you like to assess the situation? You still haven't gotten full line of sight on whatever it is up ahead. All you know is that there is some kind of conflict.
There's a
Do
tree
any of
above
us
me.
have power to illuminate ahead of us?
I have a crossbow, and that's what I'm thinking. That's why I wanted to hang back. But I don't know what's up there.
You know, light things on fire, but that's a little extreme.
Anyways,
Can we throw a fireball into the woods?
I think
You
because
can.
we're on a path, right? And there's
Yeah.
trees.
You're on a
I think-
trail. Yeah.
Lenny's I'd like to go into the trees and kind of like sneak up and see if I can find out what's going on.
Okay. Are you stealthing into the bushes?
Yes.
Give me a stealth.
Yes.
Stealth audit.
+1, 15.
15. You successfully move up ahead, stealth into the bushes. You see next to you is a very, very angry looking rabbit that storms out of the bushes and into another bush. But as you look ahead, you can see up past where there is an orc standing there, fighting off 3 upright standing, but clearly undead by the marks and indications on their body. 3 very much undead pig people.
I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna yell back or anything. I'm gonna pull back and let them know there's undead pig people fighting an orc up there. I think we need to be careful.
I'm gonna ask Lenny, can you see how far away they are from us?
Yes. Can I? What could I tell about how far I moved?
They are basically on the other side of that bush. So they're right on the other
They're
side.
like right there.
They're really close.
They're on the other side of the bush. I'm like whispering, so I realized that they might hear us.
So if we all have fireball power, and all 4 of us get to the end of this path where this is going on and kind of jump out and go fireball, would we be able to like help this orc?
I have an
Get
idea.
the big people to run away in fear and figure out what's going on?
I have an idea. I don't have fireball because I'm not a mage, but I do have blinding ashes. And it says that I can strike an opponent with a pouch of ashes and blind them for 1 thing, but we're not really in. We haven't like, can I throw that at the thing? At the undead pig people?
You can absolutely throw that, and that will trigger combat. So before we move forward, everybody now go ahead and roll me a vigilance check.
A vigilance.
Oh,
11.
14.
5.
Okay. I heard an 11.
I'm 11.
Okay.
I'm 14.
14.
4.
4. Alicia?
5.
5. Okay. So here's how combat works. You guys have given me your roles. This just creates slots inside of the encounter. And so I am rolling for all of the villains now, or the opposition, and they will have their own numbers. But the way that it works is when it is the first player's turn to go, you guys can decide amongst yourselves which one of you would like to go first. So what's going to happen here, because I've just rolled and we've got I'll say this, 2 of the pigs are going to go before you. So that's what's going to happen here. But because there was a bit of a sneak attack thingy going on and you guys were doing it, we were just calling this ahead. Lenny, go ahead and throw those blinding ashes. And as you peer out past the bush, you see that there's the 3 of them, and they're like kind of just walloping, clawing at this orc fella.
Can I yell at Dennis to get out of there? Like, get out of there, Dennis!
So I'm going to say you have a choice here on one thing you'd like to do. Would you like to throw the pouch, or are you going to call the Dennis?
I don't want Dennis to be blinded.
Well, it's only going to hit 1 target.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to throw my pouch then. I'm going to throw the one I'm going to try and hit the one that is like the most fervently attacking Dennis. That's like
so that, yeah,
him.
That would be within 2 squares. So that would be within your 2 square limit. So you throw it. Okay. You throw a small pouch of burning ashes, and it goes and hits the pig in the face, who just starts squeaking and squealing, which all of you hear, which then causes one of them to attack, but still focusing on Dennis, of course, is going to roll to hit on Dennis. And Dennis is going to get hit.
Oh,
Dennis!
The second pig is going to go, and this is the one that was just struck with those blinding ashes, and he is going to go too, trying to hit, but he can't really hit because he's blinded, so he just kind of flails. Okay, one of you can now go. Which one of you would like to go?
I'll go, but I'd like to use a jolt.
So you're running up next to them to use Jolt?
To get to Dennis.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So you're going to run up and stand next to Dennis and cast Jolt on one of the pigs. Go ahead and roll for damage.
11.
11.
I know, I used up all my good rolls.
Wait, what did you roll?
No, what was I supposed to roll?
On Jolt, it says the damage is 2d4.
Oh, sorry.
You just roll damage there.
3?
You rolled the dice.
Oh, hold on. Twice. Hold on.
So 2d4. So roll. You can just click it twice.
Okay, hold on. I got a 3 and a 1.
3 and 1. So that's 4. So okay. And are you going for the one that looks like it's holding its eyes, or are you going for the one that's not holding its eyes?
The one not holding their eyes.
Okay. Okay, up next is one of you. Who is going next?
I'd like to go next.
Okay, Clara.
So I'd like to, am I close enough to do ice shards?
You would move up and you can cast it. Yes.
Okay. And then 2d6s.
That's right.
I got 2 1s.
2 1s. You got snake eyes. Which pig are you going for? The one holding his eyes or the one that just got electrocuted?
The one that just got electrocuted.
Okay.
Oh, fire and ice. Awesome.
Blixie, you watch as Clara comes up and just hurls two like shards, 2 very large ice shards at the opponent. Lenny, you also see this. Up next, the third pig is going to go, but it is very angered that there are now intruders here, and it's going to step up and try to swing on Clara. Clara, it's going to hit you with it, just like kind of flail and hit you for 3 damage. Minus your armor rating, which is 1. So you take 2 damage.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Well, not perfect, but.
Up next, the next one of you guys can go.
I will go. I will follow up Clara's ice shards with another ice shards to the same target.
Okay. Roll for it.
2d6s.
That's right.
3 plus 3, 6.
Total 6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you hit this target with the ice shards, the target just kind of like freezes in place slightly before collapsing as it is deceased.
So where am I in relevance to like?
They have all just stepped in front of you, basically. So you can now move out.
Okay.
Because you're still in the bush, and it is your turn.
Okay. I'd like to actually step back and use my crossbow, and I'd like to aim at the one that I blinded last round.
Go for it.
And that is 1d. Do I need to roll to hit or just my 1d6?
You just roll the 1d6.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay. He just as that pig is gonna like open its eyes and finally recover from that, it gets shot. And with that, Dennis is going to go. Now, Dennis is holding a short sword, but he's also trying to hold something up in his other arm, which seems very large and is very much a large box that seems really heavy, and it's hard for him to hold it, but he is still going to swing on one of those piggies, and he is going to do not much damage at all because he's just a little too restrained. We are back to the top, and the pig that just got shot is going to go, but it's not really paying attention. It's going to attack Dennis because Dennis just swung at him with a sword, and it's also not going to do much damage. So there's that. Blixie, your turn.
Can I do an arcane projectile?
You can do an arcane projectile. So there's a large missile made of magic that appears and flies at the target.
With a 9?
You rolled a d10? 1d10, 9?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Which one are you sending that to? The pig?
The one that just got shot.
The one that just got shot. Okay. As you do that, an arcane projectile appears and flies, impacting that pig, which sends him flying back 5 feet, and he collapses because that was a lot of damage. Clara.
So we have one more pig.
There's one more.
Okay, I'm gonna send an arcane projectile to that pig.
Okay.
And 1d10. I got a 5.
5 damage. As this pig gets struck, it's just like hit back with a bit of force and just feels that recoil. But it is going to go, and it is still very much interested in fighting you. So it's going to swing on you again. And Clara, it is going to hit you for a total of whomping 2 damage. So you only take 1.
Okay.
It is scratching at you, which is not very good. It's very gross looking, and there's this stench coming off of it, this putrid smell of like undead, and it's just kind of like squeaking at you as it fights.
Buddy, go home.
Alicia, it is your turn. There is one left.
I'm far enough away to do fireball.
You can move far enough
Okay.
away, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna do that. 8, 7.
Okay, as you move out of the way, Clara, you'll watch just as that creature has struck you. Boom! It just gets hit in the side of the face with a fireball and collapses to the ground, screeching. And that is the conclusion of this combat encounter. You've defeated all 3 of them.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Damn.
Dennis is going to look over frantic, and you'll see that he is kind of covered in these scratches as these things have been chasing him for some time. He's just going to look over and say, thank you for who are you people?
You're Dennis, right?
Yes, but how did you know where to find me? I mean, Dennis isn't my real name, but that's what Hardy calls me.
That's who sent.
Already sent us.
Party's planning a big party for your arrival, so we gotta get going.
That makes a lot of sense. That's
Hey.
great.
What is your name if it's not Dennis?
Dumac.
Tumak.
My name is Dumac.
What's in the box?
Oh,
It's in the box.
need to know basis.
Well, I need to know. Hardy said so. It's part of our deal.
Deceive.
We have to make
Give me a
sure
give me a
to bring stuff
deceive.
back to him if he wants.
17.
Well, if Hardy said you need to know, this is the gold that will be used to establish Hardy credits.
Can I just take the box from him?
You're just gonna like take it away from him.
I'm just gonna. Thanks.
I'll hold on to it from here.
Is there still a discrepancy as to who won the game?
Yeah, what game?
That's what I tried to
I'm
tell
asking, is there no
you.
discrepancy as to who won the dark game? Because I'll take the gold.
No, you don't understand. We are establishing Hardy credits over an eternity, and we need gold as the foundation to start minting the coins.
I'm supposed to bring them to eternity. Hardy said so.
Oh, that was your job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, by
That's
all
true.
means, please take this.
He's gonna hand you the box.
I'm sure it's really heavy, so I'm just gonna like.
It's very heavy.
I'm gonna look towards the other thing. Can you guys help, please?
Alicia will go help.
That's great.
Doesn't
Now,
one of you have like telekinetic powers? I remember that.
Oh yeah. That's probably easier.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Awesome.
You just start holding it up and it starts floating.
Like over my old school waitress now.
He's gonna look at you all and just say,
I couldn't find my ship. It's been some time I've been running from those creatures. And there are other creatures here on the Dreadlands that are not safe to be around. Do you have a way for us to escape?
Rob's back at the dock.
Let's go as quick as we can.
Before we go, I want to look around and like see if there's anything on the pig people that I can take.
okay, give me an investigation.
9.
On a 9. As you flip through and you're going through their pockets, you don't
Mhm.
really find anything of value except on one of them. You will find a weapon that you've never seen before.
Do I recognize any markings, see any markings, any symbols, anything on the weapon?
As you kind of hold it up, you realize that it's kind of crooked shaped and has a bit of a trigger to it. And there is a marking on the handle of a fish. It seems a little odd. Otherworldly, perhaps.
I'm going to take it.
Lenny's got a gun.
I love it.
What are the rest of you doing anything here, or are you guys going to run? Because the Dennis is going to take off and start running.
Hey, Dennis, we should stick together.
Come on, we need to get out of here as quick as we can.
We've got the gold though.
But it's not safe here. The longer we're here, it might wake up.
And attract attention if you run.
Wait,
I think we should walk slowly because there's killer bunnies in the woods.
Yeah.
I did forget about it. I kind of glossed over the fact that that bunny was there.
Are you guys looking around at all?
I don't trust bunnies.
If you look in the tree, you'll see that there is a bunny that is staring daggers at you. Like, get out of my home.
Do I have any like snacks or treats or anything on me? Can I like toss something to the bunny?
I have rum.
Bunnies drink rum.
I don't think you're gonna have anything on you. You might have a ration on you though.
Can I just like leave it in a little pile for the bunny?
You can as you're walking by.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to do that.
As you look back, you'll see that if you guys pass and as you look back, you'll see that the bunny has come down and starts eating it and just like kind of looks up, like keeps glaring at you.
Have a good evening, Mr. Bunny. We're on our way.
Did Dennis stop to watch this with us?
No, Dennis is continuing, but he's now moving slowly and more like stealth-like, trying to get out of here.
I'm gonna
Does Dennis know where he's going?
Dennis is just following the trail.
keep
Okay.
going. I don't know what happens if I get too far away from Lenny, who's holding the box, and I'm doing the telekinesis, but I'm gonna continue following Dennis.
Yeah, if you get too far away from the box is going to drop and hit the ground, which is exactly what has happened.
No.
Lenny, the box hits the ground in front of you.
I'm just gonna stop and look at it and look back. Guys, the box. I dropped it.
Do we help scurry the gold back in? Is it like all over the place or did it just fall?
No, it's just the box plopped on the ground.
Okay.
I trip over. Do I trip over the box?
No, you could see it. It just
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll take over the telekinesis as Stony the Tiger over there can trolley on up the path.
Sounds good. I'm just
Okay.
trying to carry it.
Are you guys are you moving towards? How quickly are you guys moving to get out of here?
As I assume as quickly as we can with a big box of
Yeah.
gold.
Okay.
We're not exactly running, but we're not,
Well,
slow
as you guys are moving up the trail that you had previously come down on, you start to hear a very low rumbling noise coming from the trees behind you.
I'm gonna say, Dennis, wait. Do you hear that? I think they dropped the box, and I don't know what that is.
Oh no. That's one of the creatures of the Dreadlands. We should probably get out of here. Like
I'm
quickly.
Sorry,
Should we
what did
leave
you
the box?
say?
It's one of the creatures of the Dreadlands. We need to go quick. We need to go now.
What's a creature of the Deadland?
It's a very large beast that likes to eat humanoids like us.
May I suggest we move?
I'm gonna
Dread.
hurry back to Lenny and see if she needs help picking up this box again.
Blixie's helping. Can we all just like levitate
got
the
it.
box between us?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
running behind
get
her,
going.
help me.
Yes, you are all working together to move the box. It is now moving faster because I'm assuming all of you are casting levitate on it or telekinesis on it.
Except for me.
You guys will get out and see the dock. And there is no ship there.
I knew it.
Where did he go?
And just as you think he's abandoned you, he pulls back around, but in reverse.
Is there like a beeping noise?
Yes, but it's him saying beep, 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 beep.
Sorry, I was learning how to best back up driving ship.
You don't know how
sorry.
to reverse your ship?
It was a bit of a thing. I was drinking some water while you were away.
Rob, you're here.
I'm here.
I'm gonna just like pinky up again.
Waves he raised his normal hands, like because he forgot which hand it was.
You
There you
best board the ship quick.
Is this the Dennis you were looking for?
And Dennis is gonna stop for a second and go,
You left me here. Well, I saw those pig people. Didn't want to stick around.
he just shakes his head and Dennis gets on the boat.
Come on, let's go. Everybody on the boat. Put some effort into this.
As you begin boarding the boat from the tree line, you begin to hear the crunching of trees, and the trees themselves begin moving back and forth as something big is coming. Do you get on the boat quicker?
Yes.
I kind of
Come on, Captain Roberts. Let's get this float going.
As you all board the boat,
I look back. I'm like staring intently. I want to know what it is.
as you look back, and firstly, the boat is going to depart. Alicia, you've boarded the boat with them?
Yes.
Okay. You all get on the boat. And as you begin to pull away from that busted up dock, Lenny, as you look back, you will see, or all of you who look back will see that there is this very large looking creature, undead in nature looking. It has this kind of face of a deer, but it's not. It's just the skeleton of a deer leading up to it. And the rest of it is just made of brush, all put together. Very creepy like. And it just kind of meets you right there as you're pulling away and stops because it doesn't want to cross the water.
Do any of us have any idea what this creature is?
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
I
You could
think
give me a nature check if you'd like to know.
Nature
I would
check.
like to know. Nature.
I'm gonna do a nature check as well.
14.
10.
15.
14, 10, 15. None of you know what it's called. All you know is that there are allegedly gigantic, monstrous creatures on the Dreadlands. And that is part of the reason why they're inhospitable and people don't go there. But there's could be other things that are on the islands that are worth their going there for. That as far as you know.
Very second?
What?
Not this very second?
What's not this very second?
Not worth going for this very second.
Right, because there's something very big, hulking,
I'm not
standing
going
there.
back.
That's as tall as the trees themselves. It's just kind of standing there. And as you start to sail away, the creature's going to let out this like otherworldly screech that just kind of echoes through your ears as you pull away. And as you start sailing, Dennis is going to look around and say,
"Oh, thank you so much for rescuing me."
Just doing our part.
Well,
We
We
had to
get
roll.
the box in return, right?
Right. Although there should be something else that can help us get there faster.
And as soon as he says that, you're going to hear from the top, like all the way up at the top of the mast.
Right, it is time for us to leave, is it not? It's time to go, right? We're going to go to eternity now. It is party time, right?
As
You
a
were
little
here.
cat head pokes out from the top mast.
Party?
What?
You were here the
Have
whole
you been
time
here
and
the whole
didn't help?
time?
Well, look, when angry mob goes to attack my tavern, it is time to get out of Dodge.
Do you know that Rob lied about the rum?
What do you mean?
He said there was none, and then we found some. But
No,
now-
I was here. I heard him. He said he was drinking water, but he doesn't know any better.
And as you look over, he's just going to be drinking a bottle, and on it, it says water.
I'm gonna pull out my rum and open it and start chanting "Hearty Party."
Okay. Don't get too excited. Okay, we need to go there now.
And with that, you'll see as he reveals a very small but golden amulet, and a very faint green glow begins surrounding the whole ship. The entire boat starts kind of glowing, this green glow, until blink, you kind of disappear from where you are. Find yourself still on the boat, but the boat is no longer where you guys were sailing from. You find yourselves at a dock looking up at a town that looks very, very similar to Topaz Bay, but there are some things that are a little different. And there are a couple of people walking by, and it seems like they're putting up some kind of decorations, and it just says Hearty Party on the signs. Is there anything else you guys would like to do as Hardy leans over and says,
Well, welcome to eternity. Now the party can begin. Okay, where is my money?
I'm gonna just clench onto this box as tight as I can.
Oh, great. You're going to be the, town accountant, right?
Yeah, sure.
Good, because
Yeah.
I am terrible at accounting.
I can tell.
and
I'm gonna go over to Hardy and ask him if he has any hors d'oeuvres, some cheese for the party.
Well, okay. So, look, we have the cheese. Cheese is going to be coming out very soon. It is being prepared. See, I show recipes to other adventurers who come here, but they have not gotten it right. Okay, not good. Be very careful. If you smell the blue cheese, you will pass out.
Got it. Okay.
This not meant to be inhaled, okay? It's also not meant to be eaten by most mortal beings.
Got it. No blue cheese.
It's probably for the best.
And with that, that is where we are going to wrap up today's episode of Hardy's Travel Agency as you all arrive at the Hardy Party.
Party, party, party.
And I know right now, chat is going crazy with the Hardy Party, as many of them probably already know about it in some way. and we'll be the ones participating or saying in the chat now which one of them is preparing the blue cheese, I'm sure. But that is going to wrap up our episode for today. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yes.
So much fun.
It's a small thing, but it is a lot of fun. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time on Hardy's Travel Agency.